Guerrilla warfare. Let me tell you something. When the Palestinians, their weaponry is so massively inferior. Like puny little Katyusha rockets that are always intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome. That is like a funny little footnote on the world, like on the most advanced weaponry in the world that Uncle Sam should be providing them. You know what I mean? So that isn't exactly fair war. It is genocide, absolute genocide, and that's what Israel is committing. And we do not stand for that, bro.
Thank you.
Okay, you want a question? Sorry.
I've also heard on the other side that it's terrorists in Palestine, Hamas, doing the same, if not worse, with Israeli people.
Okay, can you repeat that, please?
I heard that on the other side, it's terrorists in Palestine, like Hamas, terrorist groups like Hamas, committing terror on Hebrews in Israel.
Committing terrorist look. Let me tell you something. Before the settlers came in, Jews, Christians, and Muslims all coexisted in peace. This talk about the Jews wanting to be exterminated is an absolute load of bullshit, and the Zionists do not stand for Israel. Jews do not stand for Zionism, and that is evident by protests in New York and Chicago and all of these big cities where rabbis can stand with the Palestinian people saying no, Zionism does not represent Judaism. So this talk about the Palestinians wanting to wipe Jews off the map is a load of bullshit.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Thank you.
Now, I have a YouTube channel, and I'll ask you later if you can broadcast around the world your words, okay? Is that right? But here, I want to ask you a question. So how do we make this a win-win situation? How can we stop the killing, stop the fighting over dirt? How do we make it a win-win? Do you have any ideas of how we could do this? Get both sides to just stop fighting. How do we do this?
Well, you kind of need to take variance into the equation, because have you just sort of noticed that the U.S. government, which is the most powerful country on earth, isn't it kind of odd how without question they just sort of support Israel, and they just dismiss the Palestinians as absolutely nothing, while we so-called progressive in the government, at the most they would just provide lip service to make it look like that they're going for peace and whatnot. But no, that is absolutely not true. First and foremost, you need to recognize that Palestinians have a right to exist, and they have a right to their own state. And the fact that the world's most powerful government and so many other Western ones that just keep going Israel first, that kind of shows the lack of fairness about the whole thing, and the occupation. Then we can talk.
Wow, that is great words. Very well said, my friend.
You obviously the
You
tension
supporting him? Is that your dad or something?
How are
What's that?
Jews treated in
All right. Is it okay? I don't want to put you on YouTube, but you want to be on YouTube?
Well,
Sure. So what do you got to say about this, my friend? What do you think? You're doing a great job out here supporting already. That's awesome for you. Because you're very young, So you're going to make a difference. You've already made a difference today. You're going to make bigger difference down the road. Is this your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's making a difference. He's here supporting you, so you got a great family, right? He can be one of these peace givers around the world, right? So what do you think about being here? What do you think? So how can we bring more peace? And do you have any ideas? You're doing the first step already. It's informing people, communicating. Because if you don't have communication, then nothing begins, right? And just communicating to the world that you want something taken care of, care about people. So I shouldn't talk to him. I actually put it in his mouth. Sorry about this.
No,
so
it's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
So what would you like to say? I'll let him talk. Sorry.
First, why are you wearing cowboy boots?
Well, I know it's hilarious. Now he's laughing because I'm from Colorado and it's hot and I'm not used to the heat here. It's 100 degrees again, so I know it looks ridiculous. I'm sorry,
people
sir.
from
Is
every-
it embarrassing?
No, it's
All right.
great.
So I'm from Colorado. We care
It
about
goes to show you, people from all walks of life, from all around the world, from all around the United States, see injustice, and they came here. Even people with
Cowboy boots from Colorado. You're to Colorado? Oh, well, maybe you have to come to Colorado. You have to look me up someday. My name's Kirk James. I actually ran for governor, but the rich shut me down. So that's how it is. They got they control. Who do you think's controlling the situation over right now?
Well, I think
The
our
rich, the elite, are doing it, trying to, they're not letting you speak. They'll shut you down. The people have to stand up. So
I
okay,
think our representatives
Yeah.
speak for us. And tell the U.S.
But there's the problem, my friend. They don't represent you. They represent themselves and their money and
Yeah.
and their power.
Yeah,
See?
and that's
So the
what
people's got
protesting.
people got to be the power. Is that true, sir? Right?
Yeah,
We got
that's
it.
why we're protesting.
Well, there you go. That's the first step. And get more people. But they can't solace all of us. Eventually, we're going to be so loud, they're going to hear us clear around the world. And you're part of that. See, it just takes one person to change the world. Did you notice? One person. And then two, then four, and it doubles. Boom, 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 boom. Guess what? Every person that you tell, they might tell 20 people, they tell 20 more, and pretty soon you just communicated to 20,000 people. It's the truth, sir.
Absolutely.
It's amazing, right?
Absolutely.
So one person does make a difference. You know that? And you're part of that. Right?
And he's the youth.
And the youth,
He's
because
never
you're the
gonna-
future.
Even though our ancestors and parents and grandparents were displaced in 1948 by the Nakba, and then in '67, you see, it's 50 years out, and he's going to grow up knowing all about what's happened
Yes.
and what the right thing is in the world.
And you're going to be the future children because you're going to have to lead these countries someday. So and that's why the children are our future. We kind of made mistakes, didn't we? Terrible mistakes. Even our ancestors made mistakes. But it's time we quit making those mistakes and start doing some rights, right? So you're going to carry this forward, right? And your dad's going to help you,
Absolutely.
right? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.